I will do my damnedest, people, to try to keep the fluff to the barest minimum. For some reason, it irritates people, but let me say one thing. I am not a newscast anchorman. No, I'm standing out here on this miserable, cold, dark wall, and I'm having a conversation, and the people I'm having a conversation with is my subs, you people that view these or listen to these audios. You don't talk in conversations, whether it's a bar, cafe, public, or even on the wall. You don't talk like an anchorman. You try to flesh out the story a little bit, kind of like a fireside chat from the FDR administration. Now, having said that, I'm sitting here, it's about 1:02 in the morning, and I'm just pondering. I'm absolutely pondering. There's got to be some advantage to getting old. I think I got one. I'm approaching 67. 67 years ago on a cold, dark July in North Dakota. Now, how do I know it's cold and dark? Well, I'll tell you what, people. Number one, it's North Dakota, so you know it's cold. And number two, I was there. Don't doubt me on that. And I can't come up with any other reason then. At least life in prison wouldn't be that goddamn long if you're 67. Yeah, I don't see any advantage because I'm nursing an injury, aggravating back injury from one of the few last days on the job. And then immediately the next morning, excuse me, I re-injure it trying to sweep endless snow off my windshield, slip and fall on my ass within a 12-hour period. And I'm regretting not so much going to bed, it's getting out of bed. What a bitch. It's a workout. Okay. Now, I'm very jealous of Dane Winnington over there at geoengineeringwatch.org. I think you should check it out. It's a goldmine of information, people. And he does a weekly broadcast that usually comes out sometimes Saturdays. And I'm jealous because he's named this episode, whatever number it was, of the Bad News broadcast begins with the headlines, something like that. I want to be the Bad News broadcast. But, that'd be plagiarizing if I called myself that. So, I really suggest you people check out geoengineeringwatch, all one word, .org. Goldmine of excellent information, especially for you that are in denial. Yeah, can't see the forest for the trees, I guess. Now, there's a particular aggravating Canadian that hangs out at the bottom feeder pit. I won't mention any names. I'm trying to get him deported for the last 3 years and not doing too well on that. And his claim is, I never admit I'm wrong, always think I'm right. Well, people, whether that's true or not is irrelevant. Because in this business, in this game, in this standing on the wall as a watchman and also now a new canary in the coal mine, I don't want to be right. So let's go here. I'm going to tell you a little story from the wall. I don't know when my throat sounds so raspy. My nose is plugging up. Come on, can we already have allergies starting this early? Again, excuse me. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little story from the wall. And it comes from the Bismarck Tribune. And just a few days ago. Here we go. A highly contagious bird flu that has been spreading around the country has been confirmed in North Dakota in a non-commercial backyard chicken flock in Kidder County, the state agricultural department announced Wednesday. Now, didn't I just talk about that, people? Didn't I just say they're coming for your chickens and not just the commercial producers? You backyard people. Yeah. Federal and state officials say there's no public health concern from the avian influenza, but it can be devastating to the poultry industry. How effing stupid do they think their readers are at the Bismarck Tribune? There are no public health concerns? How about this? You're destroying our food base. Yeah, the chicken market, you son of a bitches, with your phony avian influenza and your phony RT-PCR never was designed to be diagnostic test. Yeah, so there's a public health concern. And it can be more than devastating to the poultry industry. How about the people who eat to stay alive? The Kidder County premises have been quarantined and the flock of 26 birds destroyed. The department did not identify the flock's owner's specific location, citing North Dakota law that allows the State Board of Animal Health to keep such information private. State veterinarian Dr. Ethan Andrus said the flock was on a rural hobby farm and that it had sold birds locally for consumption in the past and had birds for sale. but it had not sold any recently, and there are no concerns that any infected birds from the flock were taken off the farm. He said the farm does not sell chicken eggs. Well, there's another takeaway, people. Not only should you not, according to the experts, to the state veterinarians and the Animal Health Board, be eating these hobby farm chickens. Don't be buying them eggs. Only get shit from approved sources. Remember the other day? Only get your garden seeds and garden products from approved sources. Unbelievable. They're destroying us and you don't even see it, people. Avian influenza is an airborne respiratory virus that spreads quickly. Gee, now that sounds like something else. Among poultry through nasal and eye secretions as well as manure. The virus can also spread from wild birds to domestic poultry. There you go, people. Just talked about it a few days ago. Yeah, they're coming for you. They're coming for you for the wrong reasons. They're never going to tell you the right reasons. And let's have another second witness on that. I mean, this sounds terrible. I sound terribly raspy. My apologies. I'm drinking coffee. Remember the other day, what the hell was that called? The World Government Summit, just a few days ago, maybe a week or so ago, in Dubai. Remember I played a little bit of the ultimate James Bond villain? Yeah, that's the one, Herr Klaus Schwab. Well, he had done a four-minute presentation. I'm telling you, people, you can only take so much of this asshole. You just can't listen to him any longer. I should have gone a little further, because here's a part we missed. It starts at the 2-minute mark, and I never got that far. Hang on.
So those technologies are human-centered and society-oriented. The world has to overcome not only the damage done to our economies and our societies by COVID-19, it also has to confront the repercussions of a dangerous clash between major global powers. History is truly at a turning point. We do not yet know the full extent and the systemic and structural changes which will happen.
Oh yeah, they know. They're just not going to tell us.
However, we do know that global energy systems, food systems, and supply chains will be deeply affected.
Did you hear that, people? They tell you, Team Evil plays by the rules. When are we going to start collectively listening to these people? If you can call them people. I don't know what the hell they are. Just something to think about here. Passing thought that went through my brain. AI. What's that stand for again? Artificial intelligence? Yeah. You know, take a look at your smartphones that I hate so much, that spy on us, and look at the technology contained therein. How far do you think artificial intelligence has advanced? Say as of this date, which I forgot to give you, is April 2nd, 2022. Should be a Tuesday if I got my shit together. I think it's much more advanced than they're telling us. And let me ask you that. If they were super advanced, would they tell you anyway? I think they like to keep a lot of secrets from us people. I think they know more than they're saying. Now, if you program the AI and says, here's the desired results we want as the global leaders, the global government, the New World Order people, and what steps do we need to take to get to there, to achieve our goals? You think advanced AI might just be able to lay out the plan? Well, first you start with the pandemic, then you throw in a little bit of avian flu, and then you throw in a little bit of supply line issues. Oh yeah, and then have the President of the United States, a week ago Monday, tell you, oh yeah, food shortage is going to be real. And then start peppering the news with articles about shortages in Britain and Germany and third world countries. Sri Lanka's got a real problem going on down there. So you think that's just possible? I'm just saying, I'm not telling it is. I'm asking, do you think it's possible? Remember Geordie Rose? Ring any bells? One of the creators of the D-Wave quantum computing. Something that doesn't look anything like a computer. I can't find my episode, and I'm not going to look too hard for his speech because it's only about a minute out of there, out of a 30-minute thing I want him to have anyway and share with you. But I did it in the past. You remember when he says we're actually summoning the demons? Yeah, they're extra dimensionals. They see us, humans, as bugs. Ponder that, people. Because now that the spring is coming, now that summer's around the corner, when I be walking over to the bottom feeder pit to put up with my fair share of abuse, I see ants in the cracks. Now, I don't go out of my way like a kid and stomp on their ant pile. But on the other side of the coin, I don't move my foot or change my walking patterns to avoid stepping on them. I don't really care about them one way or the other when I'm walking to the bar. You know what I'm saying? That's what Geordie Rose says, how they see us. So anyway, now the strong delusion I've been talking about, I'm pushing that back, people. It's going back on the back burner because we've got some serious issues that need to be discussed prior to getting to that point. The Apostle Paul said, we see through glass darkly. And if you think about it, if you got clear glass, you get a clear vision. If you start to smoke and tint the glass, okay, you following me? You can see images, you can see shapes, but you can't make it out clearly. You don't get crystal clear images. Yet Jesus said, a time will come when everything concealed will be revealed. Masons are hating it. Dan the man, it's a wake-up call to you, buddy. Excuse me again. Okay, so now, I've also mentioned in previous videos, remember the Communist Manifesto, people? Karl Marx. There's 10 steps, there's 10 planks you must take to communize a nation. All 10 are allowed land in this country and have been for over 100 years, people. Some of the particulars are like the first plank that says graduated progressive income tax. You got it. The fifth plank, centralized controlled credit in the hands of the state. You got it. Federal Reserve Act 1913. But my favorite has always been the 10th. Free education for all in government schools. Now that should be a red flag, people. I'm trying to talk a little faster because I say I'm going to be running out of time or running long again. Yeah, instantly. Well, yeah, there's an old saying, you get what you pay for. Free education in government schools. Yeah. What do you think you don't know about the geography of the Earth, the correct shape of the Earth, our standing in the universe? Why do you think everything's so muddy? I've often said, man, you can't get as stupid as people are without going to college. It's just a brain laundry center, people. Now, do you think it's any different for the state 501c3 tax-exempt churches? What are they giving up for that tax-exempt status? Do you think it's possible that if you fail to teach the state's religion, you might lose your tax-exempt status? And that could be very costly to some very powerful churches. Just like the government schools, people, I really don't think, no matter what they say and how hard they try to convince us otherwise, I don't think they teach what we need to know or should know, especially in biblical matters. One final point. I always talk about the number one seller, least read, most misunderstood book, and that usually comes out to be the King James Version. The 1611, written under the authorization of good King James from England. That's government, people. Oh yeah, but government was good back then. The king was all on the people's side. Oh yeah, well, how about the Roman government 2,000 years before that, or 1,400 years before that? Yeah, no, government is government, people, and they're here to govern, and who they want to govern is us. Anyway, do yourself a lip here. Got a little free time. Do a little homework on the KJV 1611. Look at how many times it's been revised. Look how many things have been removed. How come there's so many extra biblical books that aren't in? Who decided what gets in and what stays out? Because that's a very powerful position to have, people. You can control a lot of minds by eliminating much needed information. And we'll go there. We're going to have this talk. You know it's coming. So anyway, I see I'm running really late again. Don't want to get accused of too much fluff and stuff. But, hey. And I have been getting stuff done. In spite of my aggravating ass back, I've been getting stuff done. Oh, can I say one more thing? Even on Gab, I get these people. They go, you'd make a better point if you didn't take the name of the Lord in vain. And I go, how am I doing that? Oh, you keep saying God damn. Hey, people, God is a title. It's not his name. I bet you don't even know his name. Because it's not in English. It was written in ancient Hebrew, Koine Greek, and Aramaic. Told you that 100 times. I get so tired of these people saying you're taking the Lord's name in vain. And Lord ain't even. Lord translates to Baal in Hebrew. and not a good guy. Look, people, there's lots of gods, a number of gods in the Bible, and they recognize them. I think there's something to a lot of this Greek and Roman mythology, even Norse mythology. Yeah, they were lesser gods. Kind of like, do you know who the chief prince Gog of Magog is today? Well, one's a prince named Gog, and Magog is a location. It's not two people. All right, I'm running along. Guess what? As late as it is, as early as it is, it's 1:20 in the morning. I got stuff to do.